Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, whoa. Okay, it's Tuesday. I'm gonna do a tutorial. Let me give it over to this scene over here, and welcome. How this works, how I envision this working, is that I'm going to spend some time, probably most of this day, working on a tutorial from freecodecamp.org. And while I do that, I'm going to do some Pomodoros. So I'm going to try to structure my breaks around the Pomodoro method. And so what that means for you is that if you would like to follow along with the tutorial, you can do so. If you'd like to just have an extra Pomodoro counter in the background, I've got that. If you would, just like to put this on and mute me and just go about your day. And we could do a little bit of body doubling and make sure that we achieve our goals for today. I'm Kevin. I believe I have ADHD. I think it's pretty apparent when you watch my other videos and previous live streams and everything. So I need some systems in place in order to help me stay on track. Otherwise, my mind will just go where it wants to go. And sometimes that's great. I enjoy doing that sometimes, but other times, if we really want to get some things done, gotta put some structure in place. And so I am trying to get, all right, it's in scripts here. Let me just get this set up and started. So I really need to set a, how do I do this? I think it's reload. And then start. And then start. There we go. So this is going to be the first of 4. So every 2 hours, we will take a long break. And that long break, I think it says an hour. I think that we can go for 45 minutes there. I think. And probably we can skip that and just start another session. Basically, it's just going to be as long as that takes for me to get back to it. I'm not great at like completely time blocking my day, but I do need some latitude here and there. So where I left off, let's see, where did I leave off? You check out my note for the day. I did my that's. I should do this and my goal progress. All right, I need to get on that, don't I? Get my Todoist items in here, and there shouldn't be anything because I really haven't. I've fallen off the Todoist wagon here. To review my calendar, I can do that. It's gonna ask me to log in though, and I don't want to do that right now. Wait, that's in the admin. That's weird. It's gonna ask me to authenticate though. So let me take that off screen. And what is my calendar? Just setting these things up for today. Yeah. Need to have some music in the background for myself on top of the music from my friend Josh, who created a bunch of very ethereal like music for the background. Not specifically for me, but it's just something he was doing, and I just kind of like to showcase it, put it on in my background. Okay. All right, well, that is set up. We want to set our intention. This is not working still. I don't understand why. What was happening with it? I think I understand what's happening. It's the buttons. In the buttons, it's insert. Oops. P templater. Insert modal set intention. Yeah, I'm confused as to why it won't work. Yeah, it's got to be that one. Okay. Yeah. Total Tuesday. And what do we want to do? We want to finish. I forget which section this was. We want to finish this section of the course. Grab this day here. So I think maybe the problem is that I need to do this as a separate thing. So let me see. It's not that. Then what is the... Why does it say it can't be found? Go to the log, I guess. That's weird. It's there. It is there. I don't understand what the problem is. I don't understand the problem. probably something not working correctly. Let's just go ahead and move along. That is interesting. Why is that taken off there? Let me go to the... Huh. I don't know why this other stuff showed up. I deleted this. From there? That should not be on there. Our shutdown routine. And the navigation, I got rid of that. That's so weird. That's so bizarre. Oh, you know, okay, yeah, that's right. It did, okay. This was created earlier in the day, I think that's why. It was created at 8:05 when I actually opened up the Obsidian. Okay, well, there we go. We'll just keep that up on there. That's fine. So I can't figure out why this will not run. Set intention.md. It's with buttons that the buttons isn't working. It's just bizarre because the other one worked, right? Oh, I could capture thoughts. I could try that one. That's probably going to be the similar problem then. I know I'm supposed to be on focus time, but I gotta get this settled. I gotta get this settled first. I don't know why. So it's just gonna stick a micro off for the rest of the week. Setting the intention. So I don't understand. Something happened with the buttons and now something's screwed up. Something changed with templater. So let me try doing something. I think what I'll do is I'll just copy this one. Let's put that down there for a second. And set intention, and I'll just put remove as false for the time being. Let's try that one. Not found. Not found. Not found. Is template. Insert modals, insert thoughts. Yeah. Wonder if that's it there. There it is. Okay, so it's just the way that that's there. Cancel prompt. Let's see if it changed it at all. No, it did not. Okay. So that's it. Okay, so we don't need all this. They changed that part of it. And it doesn't need to be that. Okay, so now we can go back to blue. Everything should be good. Let's just double check. Thoughts. And then is that? Something. What? Hey. Invalid source. Okay, there we go. So it's going to add that stuff up there. Okay, that's cool. So that's working. That's working as well. That's working. Okay, so everything's working. Gotta do some maintenance every now and then because things get updated and breaks stuff. So things break. All right, and then I just want to capture notes today and then do. Let's see. You know what I've kind of like been putting it off. Like this should be my whatchamacallit. Maybe I should create a template here. Actually, you know what? Let me delete this. And what I'll do is I'll open up one of those other ones. Wait a minute. What was it? Day 8. There it is. Job hunt days and those things. Okay. That's what it is. Okay. And new job hunt day. That's what we'll do. We'll just change the name of this. New tutorial Tuesday. Change the tag. Do this as yeah, I can do FOSS. I can do that. We can do tutorial. So it's learning. And we'll just say tutorial, even though it's going to be a course that we're working through. The course is made up of tutorials, so that still fits. YouTube is not receiving something here. Let's close that down. My stream checklist. I already do that. I now have StreamerBot installed, but I do want to check the ticker. Whatchamacallit. I'll change that in a second. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'll just put this here as a yeah, as a comment. Here we go. And then that one up here. Yeah, that's fine. Update ticker, toggle monitor output. In there, monitor. Oh, I don't think I needed to do that. I think everything's working okay with that live chat. Don't need to do that now because... Oh, wait, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me do this. So we're going to change this. That's my new focus. Do that. Let's do that up on here. We'll do the okay, saying that everything is good. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why is this like this anyway? Chat is on here. It should be. Oh, there it goes. It's not monitoring a broadcast. That's kind of messy. What? Why isn't it? Just double click on here. Why is this not working? Okay, let's clear the chat window here. Oh. There it is. Okay, that's odd. Oh, you can connect me on there. You can follow me on Blue Sky. And you can also check out the background music. I'm going to put that up on there. In the chat there. Hopefully that comes out okay there. Yeah, I just want to make sure that I am grabbing everything here. Submissions, notes. Yeah, we'll do the notes and the takeaways and resources that we use. Video description is fine. Let me just put theme on there is interesting. What I want to do. So this is day, but I want it to be the week there. Share this. Yeah, YouTube, I think the watch channel is also so that's the live. I think what you have to do actually is to go to the studio and then copy it from there. Strange that you have to do it that way. I just want to see what it is, though. No, it does say live. Weird. Okay, I think this. What's the other ones, though? It's gonna be the same thing. Let me see something for this other one. Yeah, so you just put the code at the end there. So. I've learned. So we're going to do JavaScript. Algorithms. What else? We put notes into here. Just add notes that way. Okay, that's one way to do this, and then jump on day. So where we want to go is we're in here. I think we have Tuesdays. Should I put that into my content thing? I think where I'll put this. Yeah. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll put this into the FOSS thing there. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back in a minute here. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, so what I was gonna do is I'm gonna move this to there. Yeah, right. And what we'll do here. I'll say like notes or something, but I don't know if that's gonna be overloaded. Day there. Yeah, so we want it to be like a day. FOSS days. I'll just say streams, I guess. That sounds good. That's what we'll do. Yeah. I'll do streams there. That sounds good. I think that's it then. Then what I can do is I can just do new. What is it? Alt E or something like that? Which one is? Alt N, create new note from template. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Okay, there we go. There's the date. This is week 5 already. Okay, so we have that. So we're saying day 5 of that. I don't know. I don't know which day we wanted to say. Let's just say the 5th day. Even though it's more than the exact day. So update the ticker. We did that. We have the cut and pasted of that. Okay, and today what we're doing is week 5. And we're learning basic JavaScript by building a role-playing game. Okay, there we go. Our notes into there then. Also have a couple things I wanted to do. So we have this one. I want to copy the URL and I'm going to paste that right into there, and the URL that we have that we're working through right here. So we'll resource back, link them back to Tutorial Tuesdays as always. We always have that backlink there. Okay. So we are working on this one. Where we left off, we did 17 through 70, and now I have to use my memory to remember what it was that did here. Oh, Anka, I did not see you come in. So what editor is this? Which the one on the right here is Obsidian. It's just a markdown markdown text editor. And let me see, what did we leave off with? We left off creating think we did much with the HTML the last time. We were linking all the functions. That's right. We were linking all of the button functions and creating JSON objects for those. Did I finish this one already? No, I didn't. Okay, so we're on this one. So we need to add a third object to the locations array. So far we've got one and then the two. Okay, so we're just adding another one from there, and then what we're gonna have is very similar, right? Set the button text. I can just like copy and paste it, can't I? Because it's just gonna be similar stuff, right? I guess I can just go off of that. Let's see. The name is gonna be Cave. Yeah. Chat one. All right, there it goes. Okay, add button text. So, right. Okay, I kind of want to keep with this convention because it's just easier to read than. I don't know if that's a standard or anything. I always use quotation marks around your keys. Okay, so each one is gonna have 3 options, so we're gonna put 3 of those options. Options. And these are references to those functions. White slime plate, let's go down. Okay. Then the text property is going to be you enter the cave. You see some monsters. Check our code. See that? There it is. It passes. Okay, so if we go to now, I think it should work if we go to the cave. It's not working. Oh, it's not linked yet with the JavaScript. Okay. We haven't created those functions yet, I guess, right? We haven't created Go. We didn't create Go Cave? Go Cave! Oh, it's just gonna outlet going to the cave. Ah, right, we'll go back to the town square. It just says going to cave. That's the only thing that's in there. Fight dragging. We haven't fleshed that out yet either. And to buy health. Buy a weapon, fight slime, fight beast. None of those are created yet. They're not. Well, they're created, but they're just not. They don't do anything. Let's go to the next challenge. Okay. I should move this over here. We have a better look at this. Okay. Test output will be there. So now that we have a cave location object, we want to update the function to call update and pass the new cave location. Right. I'm going to need an example because I don't remember what we did. We used the update, call update, and pass the new cave. All right, so we created a function called update before that. I think we did that last time, and that's handling the interactions with the button inner text. So once you create a button with this button document query selector, button 1. There's some magic going on there. Not quite sure how that creates a button. But then you have an object, a button object that has on click as a property or a yes, I think that should be a property, right? So on click, it's gonna have a function reference assigned to that on click, and then you also have inner text, and then that's gonna have a string which we get from our location object. And then, okay, yes, and then we're updating each of the buttons inner text, and then we're updating the on-click function. So we initialize the on-click buttons, and then we created a way to update those buttons. And then the text is the text that shows up here. Okay. Just trying to wrap my head back around this, because last time I kind of slept-walk through the previous couple ones, and trying to do a little bit better job of making sure I understand everything here. Go town update locations 0. Go store update locations 1. Okay. So, update, we take in a location. And a location is one of these items in the list. elements in the list, right? And so this is a JavaScript or a JSON object, right? And so within each one of those locations, there is a location in that list. Right? So we have 3 total. So I want to pass in locations, and then I have to call the third element, which is because it's 0 indexed in JavaScript, I believe, right? I hope that's right. I think we've been doing that. Yeah. And then what we want to do is to pass the new cave location, and that's the third one. Remember that this is the third element in your locations array. Yeah. So that should work. There we go. Okay.
I have now and it provides a warehouse that when I get it delivered to a warehouse, I will merge the order and then shipped.
Now that your store cave locations are complete, you can code the actions the player takes at those locations inside the buy health function set gold equal. Wait, no, because that's going to be a... You can do a minus equals 10 there. And then, for example, you can do it that way. I think you can do a minus equals there. So it didn't pass. Okay, so you should subtract that from gold. Now, yeah, our gold should be up here. Now we probably want to make sure that we have enough gold though, right? Can you not do? I guess that they're yeah, wait a minute, because if I go to cave, wait, no, go back to there, go to store, buy health. That doesn't work. Interesting. Okay. Function buy health doesn't do anything. Wait a minute. Really? So you can't do those like minus equals things. What if you do minus minus?
It's incredibly cheap. It's really like and if you're searching for objects.
Oh, maybe it did work. It's just not showing up because I don't have. Maybe it's just not showing up. In any event, they want us to do this in a very specific way. So we will end up doing that. I just want to make sure I'm doing this correctly, because you want to update the stats. I don't know why we haven't done that yet.
So that gives me that. So I don't know.
That's interesting. Okay. So we want to do gold minus 10, and that's the way that they want us to do it. Yeah. It's weird. Okay, so we need to be able to update it. it doesn't update. So we're learning stuff. Okay, so become a supporter. As a note, I have ways for you to support me as well. You can check me out on the Patreon. That is at KevDub. You can also look at the... You can catch me on Twitch as well. That's at KevDub Codes. I also do a stream at KevDub Solves. And you can catch me on Ko-fi. And any of those are a way to support me. I also have a throne. I gotta add some things for that. You can also catch me at KevDub Solves for the YouTube.
But it looks like people are more likely to buy.
Okay, so now we also need to add health. I wonder if they're gonna make me do this the specific way as well. It doesn't pass. All right, so that... Yeah. It doesn't update. So what handles the update? That's what I'm curious about. What handles updating the page? This is a learning experience. There is a shorthand way to add or subtract. So I already did these things, but they just want me to do it again. Yep, you can shortcut hand your way to there. Yep. We need to display these new values on the game screen, right? You have retrieved the health text and gold text elements in a prior step, right? We retrieved them. Okay. Yeah, that's just retrieving it there. So, but we need to update it though. Huh. Right, this was from the button text. But we don't have any way to update these things yet, right? We need to update them.
The thing that I kind of find annoying is that they categorize cosplay as crap.
Okay. So we need to set the inner text to something here. We need to set the inner text. The property of the goal. We're taking a break in a second. I'm just kidding. Took a look at that. It's the same pattern to update health text with the health variable. Okay, after assign the inner text property. Okay, gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in a quick jiffy here. Okay, let's bring it on in, and we will continue on with updating the text on the screen here. Let's see how that works. It's gonna tell me it's wrong, but we should be able to go to the store. When I hit this, it does. Nice. Okay. Now, there's no check for whether or not it goes outside of the bounds there. And it's going to be equal to our health. Okay. And this does all that massaging, converting that integer into a string. So we don't have to worry about everything here. So go to the store. We buy some gold. There we go. Need to make sure that our health is maybe not above 100. That's probably the next step. I am predicting it right now. The next step is to put some bounds on these things. Put some constraints. Right. What if the player doesn't have enough gold to buy health? You should use an if statement to check if the player has enough gold to buy health. In the previous project, you learned how to work with if statements like this. Start by placing all of the code in your buy health function inside of an if statement. Okay, yeah. If then. And then we need to do if gold is greater than or equal to 10. And then we want to also put in a... Yeah, if they don't have enough gold, then what happens? And we just want to put an empty one.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to flesh that out in a minute, I bet. But we're going to go back to see... Oh, no. Okay, so we are just going to update the text.inner text to you do not have enough gold to buy the health. Boom, boom, ba bum, ba bum, bum, boom, 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 ba bum, ba bum, boom, boom. Okay. So let's say here. Okay. All right. Do not have enough to buy health. So I'm imagining that your health shouldn't go above 100? Unless... I guess we're not doing that, I guess you're just going to be able to level up by having more health. Maybe there's going to be a limit to that later on, as we have like different levels and stuff. Use constant to create a weapons variable above your locations array. So we are right above our locations array at line 19, and the const for weapons, we're gonna put a empty array, and that's an empty array right there. And you want to end that step with a semicolon. That's optional. I believe it's optional in some cases. But it's just a good practice to just end every line or every yeah, end every statement that you want to make with the semicolon. So just like our locations array, our weapons array will hold objects. Okay, so we're just going off of the same type of thing that we made before with the locations. We're going to have different weapons. So we're creating a JSON object that contains information about our weapons. So we want 4 objects to the weapons array with 2 properties, name and power. The first name should be stick. And wait, is that not how we do this? It is how we do that. I don't understand. And oh, right. Okay, so the first object right there. The first object. Gonna be name. The power is going to be set to 5. And then the second object, we need to separate that by a comma because we have our objects within a list. And we're going to have a name for this one. It's going to be a dagger. Dagger and stick, the ones that you come out of the womb and you're just left with a dagger and a stick in your hand. Obviously, that's how it happens with everyone, right? Oh, we have 3 objects, right? And so we need a claw hammer. Oh, there we go. Claw hammer. The power of the claw hammer. 50. The name is sword. The power is 100. So we can just kill ourselves by swinging the sword, I guess. Oh, willy-nilly? Okay. I'm gonna listen to some music in the background while you guys listen to that. It's a good playlist I want to have on. Unfortunately, cannot play this on stream because of the content not moderation. What is it called? The copyright claims and stuff. So I will listen to some stuff in the background. Music to riot to. That sounds fantastic. Let's riot. April 29th, 1992. There was a riot in the streets. Tell me, where were you? It's quickly not playing. I can't. Maybe refresh this. We go. So if we have enough money to buy a sword, and we'll just have a blank statement there, and we'll just do that. We want to set gold equal to 30 less than its current value, right? We're going to do minus equals 30, obviously. And we want to make sure this is inside the if statement. Now, okay, I guess we'll flesh out the else part of that next, or we will update The current weapon index variable corresponds to an index in the weapons array. The player starts with a stick. Since current weapon index starts at 0, weapon 0 is the stick weapon. Okay. In the buy weapon function, use compound assignment to add 1. You're buying the next weapon in the weapons array. Okay, but... Okay, so weapons... These are going to be the weapons in the store. They're not our weapons. I'm very confused by the current weapon index. Did we actually create that yet? Yes, we did instantiate that up top. Okay. Okay, what are the other ones? We had fighting, monster health. And we already have a stick in our inventory. So inventory is the name of the list that we have. So we're just going to have a... the inventory is going to be... weapons? I guess we're going to have to change that, though. In the future. In the year 2000... weapons. All right. Here's the weapon index. We're adding 1. And that's all we're doing right now. That's all we're doing right now. Just one step at a time. Just want to take it easy. Make sure we do it correctly. We're on step 70. 70 or 85. We got all the way up to 85 already. Okay. We're like halfway there, I think. Just about. Wait a minute. Just about halfway there. I'll update the gold text, say the gold. And the text element to display. I don't know what we're doing for that. Oh, right, it's the inner text. Okay, text element is inner text. Okay. No, that's not it. Update the text element. Riots. I predict a riot. I predict a riot. I'm confused. Okay, so you should update the inner text property of the gold to. Oh, right. That's it. I did feel the need for speed. I was not thinking. Watching the people get Larry. Interesting. Okay. Interesting, Larox. Alright, so you now have a weapon. And then what do? We want to... in between the two lines, we're going to let new weapon be equal to weapons? What is that, though? Okay, because that's like the list of weapons. That's all wrong, though. We need to pick out a specific weapon from there. Right, and so I think it was 3. Because it's the 4th one. I am very confused at this because I don't understand. I understand where it's going. I thought this was going to be the sword. I'm just going by what they want me to do, I think. Yeah, that's it. Okay. The current weapon index was 0, and then we're just like going through the list of weapons as is. That's what's happening, but I don't like. Can't you should have a choice to either buy the stick, the dagger, the claw hammer, or the sword. We're gonna have to abstract a lot of this because that gold for or the power 30, so it's only... I bet we're gonna add a different... I bet we're gonna add more to that. Alright, what do I have to do here? The weapons, that is a index, so we want to get the name. Okay, so we're going to use the name property. Oh, you want to use dot notation. Okay. If I can do this right. Dot name. Okay. Yeah, that passes. Okay. So in the previous project, you learned how to work with the concatenation operator to insert variables into a string like this. Recode comp. Yes. We are not gonna take it. Okay. And that should be that there, I think. Sorry, it does not. Pass. New weapon. I'm confused because that should be a new. You now have a new weapon. Oh, but we're forgetting the period, of course. Okay. There we go. So those who run forces are the same that burn crosses. Are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Oh. Back at the beginning of this project, we created an inventory array, and what we want to do there is all right. So we learned how to work with the push method like this. So we want to push some stuff onto the inventory, right? We created an inventory. We want to add the new weapon to the end of the inventory array, right? So we want to do a inventory dot push, and we want to push the new weapon onto there. All right, so up until now, anytime text.inner text was updated, the old text was erased. This time, use the plus equal operator to add text to the end of text inner text. So we want to add. I'm confused. Okay, so at the beginning and the end. Oh, include the spaces. Wait. So anytime. Okay, I see what's happening. So we're just adding information about like what you have in your inventory after you gain a new item. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's take a quick break, everyone. We'll be back in a quick jiff. Alrighty, we're back. Gonna do one more focus Pomodoro, and then it is lunchtime. So let's finish up here at the end of the second text.inner text you just added. We're gonna use the concatenation operator. Add the contents of the inventory, right? So we're gonna do this. Now, is it just the inventory? Is that what we're gonna say? I guess that's it. All right, so if I do this, let me try this. And there we go. Become a supporter. Become a supporter. Come on now. Okay. So we got to add an else statement, but I just want to test this. We're going to go to the store. We're going to buy the health. We do that. We can buy a weapon, and we now have dagger in our inventory. We have stick and dagger if we buy another one. Oh, we can't. We can't. That's what we're going to say. We're going to say you don't have enough money. You need money. Text.inner text is gonna say you do not have enough gold to buy a weapon. You are going to die in the Civil War. You do not have money. You don't have enough money. Go fuck yourself. Okay. So once a player has the best weapon, they cannot buy another one. Wrap all the code in your buy a weapon function inside another if statement. The condition should check if current weapon index is less than 3. The index of the weapon. Okay. We're doing nested if statements. We are okay. That's not. Is that a pattern we wanna put here? Oops. So all of this is going inside another if statement. Okay, whatever you say, man. Should probably do this as like an update. Refactor our code a little bit there. Arrays have a length property that returns the number of arrays in the array. You may want to add new values to the weapons array in the future, of course. Well, of course. So inside here, we want to do weapons.length. And set that as the boundary there. Now it's time to test our buy weapon function. Right now the gold amount is set to 50, but to properly see the results of your buy weapon function, the amount should be set to something higher. We're going to update the gold to amount to 250, right? So So the HTML has already been updated to reflect this change. Okay, but what did you change, though? They're saying open up the console, but what they really mean is this other thing. Oh, okay, yeah, no. Weapons, current weapon index is undefined. It went too far, so... Aha! That's what we're saying here. Well, wait a minute, because... If it's less, as long as it's less than the... Oh, because we have off by 1 error. Yes, we do. That's what he's getting at here. Right. So the condition there, you need to have it less than 1 because... It's too far. Now test it out and see what happens. Nothing happens now. We have every single weapon. Okay, we gotta check for off by 1 errors. So keep that in mind. Step number 99. And I want to get through 73 more steps after this. Or 74 more steps, actually. Okay, so to test our buy weapon function, again, we want to make sure the message is displayed when the player is the most powerful weapon. Okay. So if the player has purchased all the weapons... I'm gonna go listen to something else here. Let's get some inspiration here. There we go. I'm going to add an else statement to the outer if. I think that's here, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to update the inner text to be you already have. So let's test it out again. You already have the most powerful weapon. There you go. I don't understand, like, what HTML has changed here. Let's take a look where the gold is. So if I put it as 250, it doesn't update the HTML. Right, so we need to have that initial step there. Okay. We need to initialize in 2 places. Well, that sounds like it's got to be... Is that the way you do it? It's got to be another way. It feels wrong to initialize variables in more than one place. Okay, so what are we doing here? Player is the most powerful weapon. You can give them the ability to sell their old weapons. Sell their old weapons. So they can sell their old weapons only after that? That seems wrong. But okay. In the outer else statement, button 2.inner text. And then we need to set some functionality for this though as well. Then we also need to set the button on click to a function called sell weapon. Okay, around we need to do an empty function here. Function sell weapon. And it's just that, right? That was the syntax. Okay. Easy peasy. The players should not be able to sell their only weapon instead inside the sell weapon function, and if check if the inventory is greater than 1. And oh wait. Inventory length, of course. Right. Forgot that one. Okay. Inside the if statement, we're going to set the gold to 15 more than its current value, so plus equals 15. And then we're going to update the gold text to the new value, which is gold. The value of the variable gold. And there we go. We're setting that up, and we're selling that one, and we're doing this one. Okay, so where are we now? Now we have sell the weapon. We have to figure out the fighting is coming later. We can buy weapons. We can sell weapons. We need to update the weapon, right? So then the current weapon, use let create a variable named current weapon. And this is in the same sell weapon. There we go. Okay. Current weapon. So we're going to do in the previous project, you learned how to work with the shift method to remove the first element from the array like this. Did I? I don't even remember. Use the shift method to take the first element from the inventory array and assign it to your... Oh, right, because shift was removing. Right. So we're going to set that equal to inventory dot shift, since inventory is a array. There we go. And after your current weapon, you're going to use concatenation operata to set text.inner text to the string you sold a blank, then current weapon, then the string. Okay, we're updating inner text. You sold a, and then it's going to be the current weapon. And then a period at the end. There we go. And we can use the plus equals to add a string in your inventory, right? So we're going to do the same thing that we did before for the It was the buy weapon. Yeah, for the buy weapon, we were updating what you have in the inventory after you bought a weapon. So now, after you sell a weapon, you'll have a way to see what's in your inventory immediately after doing that. And then so, what's in here? Oh, right, missing the inventory. You sold a current weapon. What am I missing? Oh, the period again. Right, okay. Wait, am I? What's wrong with the... Oh, in your inventory, of course. Okay, so yeah, you gotta be specific when you're doing that in your inventory, not the inventory. I guess it's not the only one. It's not the definitive inventory. There could be several other inventories, I guess. Use an else statement to run when the inventory length is not more than one. So inventory not more than one. In their text, don't sell your only weapon. Now I can start to code to fight monsters. Do I want to start that right now? We got 8 minutes left. Yeah, why not? How much code did we write since the beginning of this? Shows 127 lines of JavaScript. We didn't do a whole lot of this. Weren't these on there already? Did we do all this? Yeah, I think we did all that. And then it was 45 plus the 125. So that's 170. Yeah, so about 200 lines of code in how many hours? It took a long time. Let's do this here. You can start the code to fight monsters, to keep your code organized. Your fight dragon function has been moved for you to be near the other fight functions, right? Okay, below your weapons array, we're going to define a monsters variable, and that's const. Gonna have 3 objects, each with a name. Level and health. And the first object's value, so we're just going to copy that. There we go. Now, the first value for the name is going to be slime, the level is going to be 2, and the health is 15. And the other one's going to be fanged beast. 8 and 16. Actually, this is the second one. The third one could be dragon with a level 20. Level 20 dragoon. And there we go. We don't need to have that, but we should do that anyway. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then now fighting each type of monster will use similar logic, create an empty function called go fight. So we want the function go fight, and we'll manage that logic there. Now for fighting the slime, fighting is equal to 0, but where's fighting? The fighting. Okay, so we instantiated fighting, but we didn't give it anything. Okay. We didn't give it any value. We declared it. You can't just declare it. Okay, that's it. Fighting is the 0, so this is the index of the slime. And in the monsters array. So remember that you already declared fighting earlier in your code, so you do not need let or const here. And we're going to call the go fight function, which doesn't have anything in it yet. Thundercats ho. And a fight beast, I guess we're going to do a similar thing, right? So we're going to use the code in fight beast. This is index 1, and then so the go fight is going to be that, and then the fighting dragon, right? We're not going to have that one. Fighting equals 2. Now that's a little messy. Shouldn't we just have I don't know. Oops. That was still interesting. Okay, I guess we can do it like that. Become a supporter. Check me out a Kofi. Or do the Patreon. At the end of your code, we're going to create 2 empty functions called attack and dodge. So function attack. Oh gosh. Function doge. So we add a new object to the end of the locations array following the same thing there. So let's see. Object at the end of the locations array. Now we have a new location, interestingly. Name is fight, the button text to an array, attack, dodge, run, functions, okay. Radio. It's fight. We have a button text, and we will have button functions. Okay, and so what did they say we wanted here? We want, you're fighting a monster. Let me drag this out a little bit, make it a little bit easier to see over here. Just cover up the Python thing there. Since we're not doing Python, we're doing some JavaScript here. Let's see, locations. Like button text is going to be attack and dodge. So it's an array. Attack, dodge, and run. And button functions are going to be attack, dodge. And we didn't do the run one, so I guess it was go down. That's run. And then the text is, you are fighting a monster. You are fighting. It should probably say something else, shouldn't it? And that is time for lunch now. So we are on step number 116, and we will finish up when I get back. So we'll be back in probably an hour. I think we'll do an hour. That sounds good. Don't need to do that the next time, but we'll do that now. Okay. So lunch timer, we're going to reset that. I'm going to set the timer there, and we'll be back in about an hour. Alrighty, we're back for the second half of today. I'm going to get everything set up for the second round of Pomodoris. Pomidoris. Pomastoris. And let's get started. We've got to finish this up here. Let's see. Wow, okay, so what we have to do here is to call the update function with the fourth objects from locations. So let's go fight. And below the update call, we're going to set the monster health to be the health of the current monster, so you get that value from the health property of monsters. fighting, and then the health of that. First, I have the semicolon at the end there. And by default, the HTML element that shows the monster stats has been hidden with CSS. Right. Is that there? Do we have that here? Monster health, monster stats. Oh, because, well, it's not by default, is it? By default, the HTML element that shows the monster stats. Well, that's by our default. We made the default behavior be that. I wouldn't say by default there. We chose to make it that way. When the player clicks the Fight Dragon button, the monster stats should be displayed. Let me right back. Just need to relax a bit here. Let's see. Okay. That's the display none thing from there. So, let's see. It should be more specific. I don't know what they're called. I should go through that course. The property? Is it a property? I think it's property, right? The display property of the monster stats is set to none. So it's not showing up. We assigned the class or the ID, I think. Monster stats. Now, what we're going to do here is the style property is used to access the inline style of an element, and the display property is used to set the visibility of an element. So we want to update the display property of the style property to block. So we want to do do we need monster stats already exist, doesn't it? Yeah, it already exists. Yeah, because we did a query selector up top here. And we also have monster name, so we can probably do the same thing for that. And the monster health text. Or at least to show it, right? What's the effect now? So Fight Dragon is the thing. That's not the... So now monster name and monster health, they're not up there because we didn't update it yet. In the HTML, we default to it being not there. And the monster name is in the span. Okay, so we set span elements within the HTML and we give them an ID so that we can update those. Okay, I think I'm understanding. And that's what we did all throughout for the inner text, right? Okay. We're going to assign monster name that inner text a value of the monster's fighting name, the monster's name that we're fighting. And then we're going to assign the monster health text, inner text, monster health that we just calculated. There we go. Okay. And let's see. So now you can build the attack function. What happens when we fight? Dragon, and then the health is 300. You are fighting a monster. We can attack, we can dodge, but nothing happens. We gotta, whoops, run to the town square. You see a sign that says store. We can go to the store. We can buy stuff. We can buy a weapon. We can go to the town store. We can go to the cave. We can fight slime. We can fight fanged beast, or we can go to town square. Okay, so cool. We can fight there, that there. Go back, and then we just go right back to the town square. Okay, there we go. So now we can build the attack function, and then first we want to update the text message to say the monster attack. So it was text inner text, I think. With the name of the monster, but how do we do that? Oh, right. Is it monster name inner text that we have for that? No. I mean, we could just do the monster name inner text thing there, I think. There we go. Gotta make sure our spaces are set up there. Attack, and then so our new line is going to use the addition assignment operator, and we're going to add a string. You attack it with your weapon. What was the current weapon? Current weapons there, but that only exists within spell weapon. I think it's the last thing in our inventory, isn't it? That's how we define that. Current weapon index. I think it's inventory.
There's a marker line list.
So weapons list, we have a current weapon index. And then we get the name from that. I don't like the way that's handled, honestly. That's not like... I know I guess there's like a hierarchy of weapons there. I guess because you can have other items rather than weapons in there. And this is just a very simple game where you just upgrade your weapon. You don't downgrade it. You don't, swap it for another weapon. There's just a clear like hierarchy of power for the sword, like for the weapon. So next we're gonna set the health to equal health minus the monster's level. That's weird. See, this should actually be like fighting index or like monster index or something. It's not very descriptive. Fighting. If I just see this, I'm not sure that means that it's an index. Like in this context, I do. Monsters fighting. But I don't know what it does. Alright, monsters fighting level. I guess that's it. I feel like our XP has to matter in some way, right? Alright. Now we're going to add some randomness to this here. But the value of XP that what it is? I guess so. Weird. Does this work? No, not really. Well, health text and inner text. Monster health text, inner text to equal health and monster health. Okay. Oh, the lose function. That's interesting. We didn't, we don't have a lose function, do we? I don't think we created that yet. I guess this is going to be Defeat Monster, which we haven't created yet. At the end of your code, create the default monster and lose functions. We're going to leave them empty for now. So, right, so we're just create a function, an empty function. Defeat monster and function lose. And there we go. Set empty. There we go. Moving right along, we are almost done with this. We have only 50 more steps to go. Less than 50 steps to go. We should be cruising right through. We are learning a lot about how JavaScript interacts with the HTML and how it also interacts with the CSS. So, little by little, we're picking some things up here. We're going to set the text.inner text to equal you dodge the attack from the monster, and we need to find out what monster that is, right? So, monsters fighting name, that's what it was. That's what it was. That's what it word. That's what it word. In your defeat monster function, we're going to set gold equal to gold plus. We're going to do plus equals. The monster's level times 6.7. Monsters fighting that level times 6.7, but don't you need to have the floor of that? There it is. Okay, yep, that's what we need to do. Wrap that around that. Okay. So set XP to the XP of plus equal the monster's level. Wow, okay. Okay. And then what we do gold text, of course. It's equal to gold, and then the XP text is equal to XP. Natch. Oh, wait, no. Intertech. I keep forgetting that. Those are objects. Gold text is an object, and XP text is an object. Okay. Yes. Okay, those are objects we created. Okay, defeat the monster function by calling the update function. With locations 4 as the argument. Okay. Become a supporter. You can support me on Patreon, or you can also support me on the Ko-fi. There it is. Ko-fi. And of course, I use free code camp for this, so please do consider supporting them as well. Your locations array doesn't have a 5th element, so locations 4 doesn't work. Right, so you add a new object to the end of the locations array following the same structure as the other object, setting a name to kill. Okay, so yeah. It's a little hard to get to there because of all this stuff here. Can I please put this somewhere else? I'm just going to drag this down here. So name is going to be kill monster and all that stuff. I'm just going to copy this and put it down here because it's a pain in the butt. It is a pain in the dog shit. Okay. So the first part of this is going to be the name is kill monster. Kill monster button text is gonna be an array with go to town square strings. Button functions is going to be an array. There you go. I think that's it. Oh gosh. Button functions and the text. The button functions is missing the comma there. Okay. There it goes. The word arg should have quotes around it. Oh, we have to go on a break here. Let's take a quick little break. Hmm. Time to focus again. Okay. So the word arg should have quotes around it. So we know how to do that. Oh, they want single quotes around it. Oh. Oh, we're doing it in a different method. Okay. Oh. I'll go ahead and update this here. Just let you know where we are. We are on step 136. I haven't been using the stream markers very well. Right.
what I think part of the complication is because we're setting the section number, it requires this splits.
So after a monster is defeated, the monster stat box should no longer display. On the first line of the update function, should use the monster stats. Display. We're going to update that to be none, so it's going to disappear. There we go. It has to be in quotes. Okay. Of course. All right, so the lose function, we're gonna call the update function and pass in the sixth object. Do we even have one? You just keep adding ones that we don't have yet. Why? Why do you keep doing this to me? Gotta keep adding stuff. You add end of your code, create a restart function. We're gonna add another function. Alright, so we're gonna set XP to 0, so this is just resetting everything back to the way it was. Could have just taken the first thing. The first couple lines of this file and copied it right over here. And then we go down. Okay. That's how you restart it. Okay. 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 Alrighty, so in the locations array, we're going to add another object at the end, and we're going to set the name property to lose. In the locations array. Add another object. Okay, so we're going to create another object. Name property is going to be lose, and then the button text is an array. Replay. Body's like a melody in my head that I can't get out. It's like my iPod's stuck on replay. That's what's happening here. We're all stuck on replay. Nothing going on there. So restart variables. Restart. You died. What is this? This is a HTML code thing. An object. So the emoticon text to properly display on the page. Okay. Oh, there is. You update the code for it? What do you mean you update the code for it? I gotta learn what's happening here. back to our attack function. So inside the else if block, create another if else statement. Right, we're inside the else if block. We're going to create another if else statement. If fighting equals 2, we're going to call the win game function, which we have not created. We're going to move the defeat monster call to the else block. Strict equality there. All right, in order for the one of Elon Musk's children's emoticon text to properly display on the page, you will need to use the inner HTML property. Inner text and inner HTML. You have to harness your inner HTML on the inside. The inner property, inner HTML property allows you to access or modify the content inside an HTML element using JavaScript. Okay. Okay. And again, we haven't created that one yet. I'm going to add another object in the locations array, of course. You defeat the Dragoon. You win the game. Tell him what he's won. Well, our game is feature complete at this stage. There are things you can do to make it more fun and engaging. I know what I need to do. I need to add something to this playlist here.
goal is I sent them the email. That like yeah, it just
Alrighty, so what do we need to do for this attack function while your game is feature complete? There are things you can do to make it more fun and engaging. To get started, you'll give monsters a dynamic attack value inside your attack value. So they say that it's feature complete. Is that true? Let's see. We can go to the store. You can buy some health. That's pretty good. I can buy a weapon and give me a bigger weapon dagger thing. I can go to the town square and I can go to the cave. I can fight the slime. And I can attack, and I get gold and whatchamacallit, and XP. If go to the town square, I can go to the cave again. Let's fight the fanged beast. Its health is 60. That's gonna come out of my attack thing, isn't it? Okay, so the fanged beast has 28 health. Okay, I can attack it again, I think. Right, and we gain experience points. I can go back to the town square. Can I fight the slime? We attack. There we go. We're going to go to the store. We're going to buy some... We have the claw hammer now. You can also get the sword now. We don't have enough... We already have the most powerful weapon now. I can buy health. And just get my health up to snuff there. We can go to the cave, we can fight the fanged beast again, and we can attack. Wow, we get so many gold from that encounter. And we'll just get our health all up, and we'll go to the cave, we'll fight the fanged beast again. So yeah, there's it's really hard. There's nothing that really kills us except for the dragon, right? So I think I want to. So since I've done this a couple times, I'm gonna go to the cave. We're just gonna fight the fanged beast and get our health up here. And let's see. So I think we have enough to fight the dragon now. Let's see. He's got 300 health. We can attack. Wow. That took out a lot. We can slay the dragon yet? No, that was not as good of a hit there. And now it is here. We win the game. And so there's the emoticon there. And then we can replay. And so if I fight the dragon right off the bat, I'm going to lose. You attack it with your stick. We can attack. 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 And we died. Oh, it's the skull and crossbones. Alright, so it does seem... I think it's stable. Yeah, I think it's stable. What about dodge? You dodge the attack from the dragon. What does that even do? It doesn't even do anything, though. What does dodge do? It's just you dodge the attack. Well, maybe you still take damage, but just like less damage. All right. So it's almost done here. Let's see. I think after this I might do a I don't know. I don't know what I'll do after this. I'm thinking too far ahead. Let's try to just get through this one. So our game is feature complete. So to get started, we'll get the monsters a dynamic attack value, and then so inside our attack function, we're going to change our health. Oh, we're gonna get monster attack value. We're just gonna take that monster's that we're currently fighting, the level of that monster, and pass it into the get monster attack value. And this sets health equal to health minus, so we have to create one, right? Yeah, okay. All that is. That's all that is. Okay, so below our attack function, we want to create an empty function named get monster attack value. Should take level as parameter. Okay. And that's it, right? That's all we need to do. For now, let's see. So the attack of the monster will be based on the monster's level. So we're going to have to return a value here at some point here. So in the get monster attack value function, use the const to create a variable called hit. So the monster's level is being passed in as a variable. And the XP is just a global variable that we can access outside of the function. And from inside the function as well. All right, so hit, we're going to assign it to the equation. It's going to be level times 5. Minus the floor of a random value between 0 and 1 multiplied by the XP. And so this sets the monster's attack to 5 times their level minus a random value, a random number between 0 and the player's XP. What did I miss? Oh, wait a minute. Why are there 2? Why does there need to be 2? There doesn't need to be 2. I guess they're just doing that for consistency there. Consistency. The log, the value of hit to the console. So we'll just do console.log hit, and then we'll just test it out here. Yeah. Shuffle. There we go. Okay. Oakley dokley dee. Let's see. What do we got here? We got to return the keyword return hit. So are we going to get rid of the console.hit log? Console.hit. Hit it. Okay. No, not yet. Okay. If you play a game in its current state, you might notice a bug. Do I notice a bug? Oh, if your XP is high enough, the get monster attack value function will return a negative number. It will actually add to your total health when fighting a monster. That's awesome. That would be fun, right? We're going to use a ternary operator to ensure negative values are not returned. It's a conditional operator and can be used as a one-line if-else statement, of course. So, the syntax is condition question expression if true is to expression if false. Yeah, else. So you can read that as if condition, the question mark is then expression if true, and then the colon is the else, and then the expression if false. Okay. Okay, so return hit. The condition is hit. It's going to be actually XP. Oh wait, it's going to be there's 0. Okay. Hit colon 0. That's what it is. Well, that's it. Okay, in your attack function, you find the line of code that updates the monster. Yeah, let's get to it here. Welcome back early for from the break here. I'm feeling pretty good. Let's see. In our attack function, you want to find the line of code that updates the monster health variable and place it within an if block with a condition that calls the isMonsterHit function. Okay, what is going on here? In our attack function, we're going to find the code that updates monster health. That's right here. And we're going to place it within an if block with a condition. isMonsterHit. That's interesting. That's all. Okay, you're right. If it's hit, then we're gonna figure that one out. 25 more minutes for this focus session here. Let's get going. And hope everyone's day is going good. If you're watching this on repeat, you can always do that. I don't know who would, but if you're doing it, more power to you. Hoping you're having a great day. Add an else statement to the first if statement inside your attack function. And then the else, we're going to use the plus equals operator to add the text you missed to the text in your text. You lose, sir. You don't know how to do that at all. You're like some kind of baby. Now create the isMonsterHit function. isMonsterHit. And this will return a boolean. So if the comparison of math at random greater than 0.2, okay, so we have a 20% chance of success. Oh. It will be used in that, okay. So we just want to return that. Okay. The player should hit if either random .2. Okay, so we're gonna use the ternary thing, right? Or wait, what are we doing? If the player's health is less than 20. Ah, so if the player is like on his last gasp, he's always gonna hit on his last swing there. So we're going to use the logical or. Return that, or check if health is less than 20. Oh, right, okay, so this is just helps to have, like, these things in brackets there. Become a supporter. You can find me on the Patreons. You can even find, you can do the free code camp support there. I'm not on there, but maybe I should be. Trophy.com/Kevin Weatherwalks. That's my handle. You can find me there. I might change that to like something else. I don't know. I also have a throne wish list. Help me improve my streams quite a lot. Let's see. What do we want to do? Now, on every attack, there should be a chance that the player's weapon breaks. Well, that's That's a great fuck you, right? Jesus. You lose that thing and then you're stuck with the sword that you had before. What if you don't have another weapon? This is just bringing up more questions. There should be a chance that the player's weapon breaks. Okay. So at the end of the function, if I can read this because it just keeps falling, we're going to add an empty if statement with the condition math random listener equal to 0.1. Okay. So we should have a 90% chance of not losing it. You know, keeping it. That's 10% chance. That's pretty high, I think. And then if that happens, we're going to add to the inner text of the text, right? Oh, now we can use the pop because we're getting rid of the inventory item, which is interesting. Okay, so that breaks. Oh, we're adding it to the thing there. There we go. Now we'll remember that the increment operator can be used to increase a variable's value by 1. There's decrement out, yes, and so we'll use that decrement to decrease the current weapon index. We don't want a player's only weapon to break. The logical and operator checks if two statements are true. Use the well, that's just bad, right? I don't like using that like that. So you can go to the store, you can sell items then? What happened to the sell? Like if you have... Oh right, the buy weapon becomes sell weapon. Nice, okay. We'll have to test that out. I did not test that out before. And the inventory length is greater than 1. Why are we using this? Just because we haven't used it? I don't like this pedagogy. I don't like this example. I don't like that. I don't like using that as the example here. Add a little fan here. So now we can add a small Easter egg hidden feature to our game. We want to create a new function called Easter egg, and that's going to be function Easter egg. And what happens there? It's going to call the update function. with the locations 7, which we haven't done. We're gonna just create that one now. We're almost there. We're almost. We've got 23 more things, more steps to go. Create an empty pick function. Function pick with a parameter guess. Okay. All right. That does that. And we're gonna have 2 new functions. And I'm just gonna do this. In each of these picks, I'm gonna pass either 2 or 8 as the argument, depending on. Oh, okay. I see. I see what we're doing. So it's gonna be 2 in the one. Eight in the other. Pick 2. Oh, right. Ah, that's what I was saying. Alright, so we're in the locations array. We're going to add another object. The name is the Easter egg. Button text is the array with the strings 2, 8. Or go town square. Go town, rah rah rah. The text should be you find the secret game. A mystery. A number above. The numbers will be random. Those between 0 and 10. The number matches one of the random numbers. You win. Wow, what a great little game you have there. Fantastic. Okay, so we want to pick a guess. Inside pick, we're going to use the const to initialize a variable named numbers. And we're going to have it through an array there. And then after our numbers array, we're going to create a while loop that runs as long as the numbers are long. Less than 10. Here we go. Now, inside our while loop, we're going to push a random number between 0 and 10 to the end of the numbers array. That's how it's between 0 and 10? Oh, because it's the floor, right? It'll never be. I mean, what happens if it actually is? It's very unlikely to be that number. But it could happen. very unlikely to ever come out one. Virtually, like, it's measure zero, but uh, it still could happen. Okay. Hmm. After the wheel loop, we're going to set the text, inner text, to be you picked. Guess what I picked. Guess what I picked. Here are the random numbers. Okay, and then we're just gonna append. Although I guess no, insert the new line character. What do you mean before the final quote? Is that what you mean? Before the final quote? What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. I'm starting to feel a little tired now. Lunch is starting to set in. In the previous project, we learned how to work with for loops. So in this step, we'll create a for loop. I is initialize 0. Closing in here, we're almost done. There's 5 more steps to go here. And we're finished with this section, which has taken us a couple weeks to get through. What, like... Yeah, this will be our 3rd week working on this. Our 3rd day. Have. All right. Wait. How do we end up at this again? So the includes method determines if an array contains an element and will return either true or false. Right. Alrighty, that's that one. And then if the if statement add the string right, you win 20 gold and text inner text. Okay. Too many more to go. Here we go. We're almost there. An else statement after this, and we'll just do oh, you're gonna lose health. Interesting. If you don't want to play this game. And we're going to subtract from health. And we're going to update health. X inner X. Having some connection issues here. It seems back now. Might have lost me for a second there. Okay. We're going to subtract 10 from health and add an update health text. We did that, right? But there's a problem here. The else block should update the health text inner text. Of course, I didn't have it to do that. I was in the middle of it. That's what happened. Since you subtracted health from the player, you need to check if the player's health is less than or equal to 0. If it is, call the lose function. Right, so if health one last step to go. Here we go. So looking at our kill monster object, button functions currently has 3 GoTown variables. Replace the third one with Easter egg. Oh wait, no, we're not changing. It says go down. But if you click the third one, this is how the player will access the hidden feature of the game. Do not change the button text. Right. And with this, it's complete. Let's try this out here. So we're going to take a break, and then when I come back, we'll test this out. So we'll be back in a few moments. We're just going to let this time tick down here. So we did it. We finished this this tutorial. We're just going to play around with it after this short break.
She must go home.
Mm-hmm.
See.
All right, let's test this out and see
Are you talking
what
to
we
me or
created.
streaming?
Yeah. We can buy the health. We can buy a weapon. We can go to the town square. We want to go to the cave and we want to fight the Slimer. Attack there, he goes. Okay, go to town. Uh-oh. That's the secret game. Pick a number from above. So we have a 2, 8. Yeah. Head numbers will be chosen at random. Wow, what a game. Between 0 and 10. You picked 8. Here are the random numbers. Right, we win. Okay, I don't get this. We win 20 gold. Alright, and then we can buy a weapon. And then we can go back to town. We can go to the cube and fight this guy and attack him. Dodge doesn't do anything. We kill him, get the gold. We can go to town square. We can go to the store. We can buy the last weapon, which is the sword. And we already have the most powerful weapon, so we can sell a weapon for 15 gold. We sold a stick. And then, yeah, let's give it a try for like fighting the dragon. We fight and then we die. And our sword breaks when we die. Just to add insult to injury. Let's replay. We will go... Let's fight the dragon. We fight the dragon, we attack. And we died. It's fun. Alright, well this is pretty cool. And to see, like... Give you some appreciation for how much work goes into creating a game like this. Like... games in general. It can be quite a lot. You know, quite a lot of work put in to create some pretty simple things. But it's all with the basics there. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now... Actually, so I've finished this. What I want to do is maybe... Wait, what's happening here? How come it's... Yeah, there we go. Do a barrel. We want to share it on Blue Sky? Share it on the Blue Skull? The Blue Ski? I should be logged in. How come I'm not logged in? Oh, look at that. That's nice. I'd like to like that. I don't know how I'm supposed to like it. So how do I... So if I'm... Original refer. There we go. I guess what I can do is I should probably just tag it onto what we were doing here today. So let me go to my profile. My profile. I don't think it's under media, right? Maybe it is. Do this. We have finally completed it. I just had that. Maybe Quincy will pick it up. I don't even know if he's on here. Oh, he is. Okay. I guess we'll follow Quincy. I am like the last time I heard I was listening to one of his podcasts and like this guy is like in such denial that he has ADHD. Like it's like I didn't have ADHD when I grew up. I don't have it. I'm not ADHD. I'm like, dude. All right. So that's like it. But we should try to follow Free Code Camp. We are following. Okay. Nice. Linux and FOSS. Here we go. Oh, we should have done that on Friday. Okay, so we're done with this one. We're gonna set up for the next challenge there. Just gonna be learning basic debugging by building a random background color changer. Alright, so what I was doing here, I need to convert this to a thing here. Let me see. Alright. Select that, select text. No, I don't know. Week. Next week, we'll do probably these two ones, because 97 plus that little one, maybe there's a lot going on with that one. I'm imagining that we'll be able to get this done. And I'll learn basic debugging. Building a random background color changer. And we should be able to go into this right after that. That's going to be form validation. Building a calorie counter. That should be enough for the day. Okay, and then DOM manipulation. Oh. Manipulate that Dom. Interesting. So we finished 5 of them. We have 21 more to go. 21 more to go. I don't think there's that many weeks left in the year, are there? So we're gonna have to double up on some of these or power through when we have a really long. This might have been the longest one, though. Let's see. Oops. I don't want to do that. Back here. Become a supporter. Let me bring up the chatting. I think what I want to do is to add something to the chatting as well. Go to the chatting and... yeah, I don't know what I want to add to that. Gonna be on next week. Ooh, we have... oh, those are Twitch globals. Never mind. I don't think I can add them to YouTube. What is YouTube? Do YouTube have emotes? I don't think so. Just this foot yellow. No commands. I gotta set up some commands and stuff. Slash commands. Can execute an action. What actions do you have? Ah, I see. Nice. That's interesting. Why is it like not? Oh, I can edit this from here, can I? Nifty enough. Okay. Well, this is the last focus session. I think I'm just going to end it. Yeah, so what did we learn from this? Did we talk about what we learned? We played around with if else statements. Yes, okay. Variables, we did that. Took variables. We saw how HTML can be manipulated by JavaScript a little bit there. We can grab information from an HTML page using JavaScript with the query selector. Let's see, we learned how to work with arrays, strings, and objects. I'm going to go over to the center here. We worked with key value pairs as well in the objects. Properties. Right, so let's take a look and see. So this is going to be a difficult one, I think. This calorie counter that we have to do, which we'll do next week. This DOM one might be more difficult than I'm letting on here. Let's see, basic string manipulation, that's a long one as well. Palindrome checker. That's a very small thing there. Learn the date object by building a date formatter. Okay. We've got the JavaScript methods by building football team cards. Nice. Okay, and recursion is a long one. Regex is probably more difficult than sledding on with that many steps. 59. All right, so there's a spreadsheet that could take multiple. Oops. That could take multiple days or weeks. Learn basic object-oriented programming by building a shopping cart and building a platformer game. That's going to be involved too. That could take 2. Yeah. Okay, so how many more days do we have in the year? I wonder if we're on track to get there. What it says week 33, I think, which means epoch converter. Week 33. How many? Oh, so 52 minus that. It's only 19. Only 19 more weeks, so we're gonna have to double up on some things if we're gonna get through this by the end of the year. That's okay. Should I do some Python now, or about 5 minutes? Let's see. What did we do this week? We did this year the takeaways. My takeaways from this was that working, like creating flowchart, like but manageable in small increments. So how did we build it up, really? Like, we built it up So we should start with the structure. HTML. Right. We should probably talk about the workflow, right? Workflow. Start with the structure of the HTML content. Add some basic styling, right? And like add functionality. With a JavaScript, right? And so we can manipulate HTML using JavaScript. It was document selector or something like that. Is that what that was? Let's go back to there. Query selector, is that what it was? Document query selector, that's what it is. Okay. So the document query selector. And then you can also manipulate CSS using JavaScript with the what did we use for that? Yeah. Accessor or the properties. Style properties, yeah. Those were the big takeaways. I think that like all the other basics are kind of come from other languages that I've worked with. But this was new, like manipulating the HTML and manipulating the CSS. That was new. Right, so we got 19 weeks there, and I kept saying that, you know, I always forget that I have the week number here. It's week number 33. We still got enough time in the year to do that. Okay. What else should I do here? I turned this off. Oh, right, because of the... Yeah, I think we do need to have it off for this site. Let's see. I'm probably going to work on stream updates or edits to Solve's content. for the rest of the day. But let's move on out. That's it. So thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you had a great day, and I hope you achieved your goals for today. What you set out to do. Did 2 sets of the Pomodoros. And taking the breaks in between kind of really helps to reset. I really think that that's a necessary thing that I need to focus on if I'm gonna work on things for a long day. So I might carry that into my solves on Twitch and do that there. So that's it for now. I'll see everyone later. Thank you for watching.